Hello, everybody, back at it again, printing PPE equipment for mask for docks and Operation Shields Up. We are tonight running 6 printers, 2 Prusa MK3S, 2 stock Robo R1 pluses, and a what I call this Cyborg Robo R1 with a large nozzle and all kinds of upgraded goodness. Also running an Anycubic Mega S, which I did not like that printer for a long time. Had it sitting to the side for about 6 to 8 months, and I finally was able to design a great profile for PETG, which I never really printed much of. And yeah, all I needed to do was to really go over to the Prusa Slicer, look at their stock PETG file, and drop it over into the S3D, use the same settings, and lo and behold, puts out incredibly beautiful prints. So, yeah, crazy that I didn't think about that before, but she puts out some very, very nice prints. I know this camera is horrible and I need to get another one, but it works. But in general, you can see those are really good lines on there. So that's what we're running right now. Most of the printers are running on the Prusa PETG that Joseph Prusa himself donated to our local hive in Austin, Texas. The man is a freaking saint, y'all. He sent us 20, yes, that's right, 20 2.2 kilogram reels of this material, and he sent it 2 days from the Czech Republic. So that was 104 pounds, I think, in 2 days from the Czech Republic. Again, saint. Thank you very much, Joseph, for your donations for starting this cause of getting these face masks in the hands of hospitals, first responders, nursing homes, and alike. You folks need to go on to Google and look up Prusa masks, face shields, and there'll be a lot of stories up there. Just go to the Prusa website itself and go to communities. Lots of information there. If you have a 3D printer, go on there. There's lots of files. If you don't have a 3D printer, greatly think about buying a Prusa. The Mini is great. It won't fit the face shield on there, but you can print these that I'm printing now on the MK3S. The MK3S is an amazing machine. The most workhorse 3D printer I've ever owned, and I've owned a lot of them over the last 3 years. My printers have sat idle since this scourge hit our shores. My business, I own a few businesses, a roadside assistance company and a 3D printing company. My 3D printing company, I've lost about 90 to 95% of my business. So my machines were sitting idle. I saw the Prusa story. I saw the story on Repcord over on the West Coast, who produces filament holder boxes. Amazing stuff to help keep the temperature in the humidity where it needs to be, because a lot of materials need that constant so they can print better. But this man took up the charge in the United States and started this group effort, and then a lot of other entities have come along, like Mask for Docs, Op Shields Up, etc. And the 3D printing community has come together, and from points of countries, health organizations saying, no, you can't use that. And then once they finally have taken a look at it, they went, oh, wow, yes, you can use that. It works. It's not to the same specifications of the stuff they had been using, but they don't have enough of that stuff. And so when you don't have anything, something is better than nothing when it comes to it. We have too many doctors, first responders, nurses dying of the COVID-19, and we are doing our part. There's a lot of organizations like ours that's also doing the sewing for the face masks, and we're trying to do as much as we can on that. We need the local help with donations, with whatever they can do to help with logistics, donations, volunteering your time, um, any of that. I'm going to leave that information on how you can help, how you can join Masks for Docs in our community here in Austin or around the United States. There are hives all around the planet now, from Libya to Austin, with people doing just this. They are taking their time, which right now a lot of us have a lot of, nothing to do with it. They're taking their machines and putting them through a lot of wear and tear. They're taking their own materials and using them. There are a fair number of manufacturers that are out and helping. Prusa has done an amazing job of donating supplies. Of course, coming up with multiple designs. Also, there's a 3D Verk stand, which their U.S. version 6-hole, it was just approved by the National Institute of Health here in the U.S. to be used and accepted. Amazing job from that man doing the design and getting it out there. It's much easier to print than some of the other ones that are out there. Lulzbot, a U.S. company of 3D printers, has donated to a lot of people, a few of our local people. They offered to sponsor a fair amount of filaments myself, but unfortunately I do not have a Lulzbot, and I don't have any printers that run the 2.85 millimeter filament. So, but they are doing a lot. A couple of the manufacturers out there are helping with websites and trying to get people together. And unfortunately, there's a few manufacturers out there that are doing nothing but trying to make a dime off of the death and destruction of COVID-19 by offering discounts on $8,000 and $10,000 and $12,000 printers. Hey, we'll give you $1,000 off if you buy our $12,000 printer. Oh no, we're not giving any filament away. We're not doing anything else. We just thought we would help the community by offering $1,000 discount on a $10,000 or $12,000 printer. So thanks for nothing on that, manufacturers that are doing that. You companies will be known as those making a dime off of the death and destruction of your planet. And I hope it comes to bite you in the rear, which I'm sure it will when it comes out, when people find out what you've done. If you're a manufacturer, you got to realize that if this stuff is not taken care of and handled quickly, you won't have any people to sell anything to. So you might as well get on board and try to help with everything that you can. No one is expecting you to go bankrupt. No one is expecting you to throw everything away. But if you have product just sitting there on the shelf, and filament does degrade while it sits, and you can help, at least offer a huge discount. Sell it at cost. Sell it at below cost. Donate it. Do something more than just trying and offer $1,000 discount on a $10,000 or $12,000 or $11,000 printer. To me, that's repulsive. So, okay, I'm off my bandwagon on that. But look up the list that I'm going to put down and join the community of Masks for Docs and see what you can do. You don't have to have a 3D printer to help out. You can help with logistics, with deliveries. You can help with the sanitation. You can donate an hour, a day, 2 days, whatever of your time, and come together and try to help out with that. Again, we have hives all over the planet, from Libya to Austin, Texas, and you can try to help out. Also, if you would please give me a thumbs up and share. Look at my other videos. There are some funny ones out there that I'm sure the world just can't live without. That really yeah, I tried to do something funny to try to lighten the mood, and by also putting some information out on what is PPE, personal protective equipment. So if you want to help, please join Mask for Docs. Again, I'm going to leave that in the comment section, and please click on that and see what you can do. If you're a manufacturer, if you know someone in manufacturing, you know someone in the plastics world, we could definitely use some help with that. Whatever you can do, from donations of your time or even a $5 donation to the cause, we would greatly appreciate that. This is not a cheap process to do, and a lot of us that own 3D printers or own 3D printing businesses, um, we're going to have to put, once we get out of this, we're going to have to put a fair amount of money into our printers to get them back up to the point where they were before, because running a 3D printer farm, I'm running, not on my whole 10, I'm running 8 of them right now. It's not cheap to run 24/7 with electricity, and then repairs needed with bearings and materials and this and that. So imagine driving your car 24 hours a day, 7 days a week for 3 weeks straight. I think you might have some issues there. So whatever you feel that you can donate to the cause, we greatly appreciate that. Even if all you can do is share it and like it, get it out there to the community, we greatly appreciate that. I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to share the invite people through. You can become a member. I'm going to share the link right now. So if you want to become a member, you can do that right there. And I'm going to share the donation link for our local hive. Go directly to and stay local. Let me find it here real quick. Okay, there's the donate page, the PayPal page. So we're going to let these run. I think this print is right about 7 hours. We'll let this print overnight. And you guys can get an idea of how the 3D printer works from ground up. It lays down just little bitty single layers, and it builds and builds and builds and builds and builds on top. 3D printing is not for everybody. It's not cheap to do. You can get an inexpensive printer for about $250. You can get a middle printer for about $4,000. I have a raised 3D Pro 2, which ran me $4,000. The Prusas, you can buy a kit for about $800. I think it is $740 something. You can have the printer fully assembled for you also at Prusa, and I think it's right at $1,000. Which, if you're not a tinkerer, I greatly recommend you looking for a 3D printer that's fully assembled. Tinkering is not for everyone, and building 3D printers from just pieces in the box is not for everyone. I've known a lot of people, including myself, that just threw things across the floor and gave up on it for months. So get your 3D printer fully built. It'll help your sanity and the cuss jar. I guarantee it. And support local companies in your region. Support companies here in the U.S. Another great company to support is Atomic Filament. Atomic Filament is here in the U.S. The owner is an amazing dude. He got on board pretty much from day one. And when he saw the need, when the owner of Repcord, who's known as Pooch, um, got into it and started this initiative here in the U.S., the largest group, and then he put his time and money into having a frame actually plastic form injected made, which is the way to go. Atomic Filament donated, I believe, like 3,000 pounds, which is probably more by now. He donated that material to the cause to get that going. I left that link there as well. Support Atomic Filament, support Lulzbot, support Prusa. Those companies support Repcord. Um, those are the companies that have really jumped on board and massively helped out the community with this. Again, there's some out there that have done nothing but try to make a dollar off the back of the deaths of folks. Yes, it irks me, and I said it twice, so not fun stuff. There are other companies that are jumping on board now, other filament manufacturer companies. eSun is jumping on board, starting to donate to people. I love eSun. They have great filament. Um, who else? I've lost my brain by now, but there are a number out there. If you know of any other people other companies that have jumped on board and donated, please leave that in the messages, and we can get these people some good PR push because they need it. A lot of these businesses that are doing this are like myself, that we've lost so much just in the last month um, that we are at the point of bankruptcy. My roadside assistance company and my 3D printing company, I've got a couple weeks of solvency left, and hopefully the SBA loans come through. If not, we're in deep doo doo. And there's a lot of other businesses like myself that are in that point. A lot of 3D printing businesses that are in that point. So please support those that are supporting this cause. Um, they need your help. Small businesses employ, from what the government says, over 60% of every person in the United States. Um, so they need your help. Support local. Go to your restaurants. If you're not going to eat there that night, see if they have a gift certificate. If they have a gift certificate or a gift card, buy one. If you go there and eat, it's hopefully going to stay solvent and the company's going to stay around. But try to support your local companies that way. Look online and see if you can order from them. A lot of places aren't open, but they will deliver to you. Food delivery or just all kinds of other businesses are doing deliveries online. Small businesses need that from us. So think about these things. I know this is a live feed and people can't play it all back, but once it ends, you can watch it, which it'll end tomorrow morning sometime. I'm going to leave the feed up for this for a while. So think about those things and think what you can do. And if you have any information, if you have any recommendations, if you have a company that you'd like to give a shout out to that has done good in your community to help, please leave that information. Y'all stay safe, and we'll get through this.
Let's see if I can take this old webcam off here. Yes, I know I need to buy a new one, but I ain't got no money.
Take a quick peek. Any Cubic's back there doing its work. I'm just resetting. Love this thing. Puts down a big old bead of filament. And then the print form tint. Unfortunately, 2 of my robos are down because they don't like PETG. And yeah. But 2 are just knocking out material super quick. I love that screen, Samsung. It's amazing. Ooh, look at all the windows back there. And then the raised 3D Pro 2. Knocking out its nightly. And that's 60 right there that I've done in the last 24 hours. And then I've got more sitting here after I've disinfected them. So they're going to be disinfected one more time, and then they're going to be backed up. And yeah, that's where we're at right now. And there you go, some amazing Prusa. I have made a serious dent in that reel because it started out looking like that. So thank you, Joseph Prusa, for your donation to the cause, for believing in us enough to donate that huge amount of material. Let's see if I can get this old setup. I know people have that motion sickness issue. You probably want to look away for a minute. And over there in the corner is a little bit of Magagoo, and I don't have to use Magagoo much. Every once in a while, I might have to use just a smidgen. Yes, I did just use the word smidgen on a corner. But Magagoo has been incredible for glass beds and for build tack. You don't really have to use it on PEI, but again, if you're using an advanced material, sometimes it takes us a little bit extra stick to work. And this stuff is amazing. Get yourself some. If you ain't got any, if you're having problems with bed adhesion, get yourself some Magagoo and try it. So that's where we're at. And these prints will be done in, what do we got? Another 6 hours on the Prusa MK3S. Those have got another 6 hours left on them. I don't think everyone wants to watch 6 hours. So I'm going to end this live stream now. You guys be safe. Take care of one another. Take care of yourself, because if you are sick yourself, you can't take care of anyone else. Enjoy your evening, and we'll get through this.